S&S Publications వారి తెలంగాణ గురుకుల స్పెషల్ ఆఫర్స్. తెలుగు కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్, మ్యాథ్స్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్, సోషల్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్, ఫిజికల్ సైన్స్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్, బయాలజికల్ సైన్స్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్. ఏ కోర్సు తీసుకున్నా పేపర్ 1 జనరల్ స్టడీస్ 4 బుక్స్ ఉచితం. కేవలం 1999 రూపాయలు మాత్రమే. కేవలం పేపర్ 2 పెడగాజీ ఏ కోర్సు అయినా 1199 రూపాయలు మాత్రమే. ఇంగ్లీష్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్ ప్లస్ 2 బుక్స్ ఫ్రీ. కేవలం 2999 రూపాయలు మాత్రమే. త్వరపడండి. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించవలసిన ఫోన్ నంబర్స్ 8070557777 9032064822.
Now we are discussed about the what is the socialism, what is the secularism, what is the democracy, and what is the rights about the how the people are discriminating in the Indian political system. Now we are having the stage wise we are discussing in the Indian polity. What is the our subject? We are purely we are talking about the political system, what should be happening in the society, what is happening in the society, in the democratic form of the society, what is happening. That's why in the before the lesson also, before the topic also, understand before topic also, the post in the post independent India, the discriminations in the post independent India, that is how the society will be, how the society will be, and what type of the after the independence in the democratic form of the country, not only in the India, not only in the India, how the democratic form of the what is the democracy, what is the secularism, how we are the what are the struggles faced by the which people are discriminated, which people are the discriminated, and next we are discuss which people are discriminated, and to bring them equality, what they will should the struggles for the equality. All these things we are, which are the discriminated among which people are facing the discrimination. Basically the SCs and the STs are the facing the discrimination. SCs and STs are facing the discrimination, and all these things we are discussed in the last classes. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the what is the our next topic immediately after the understand. Our next topic is the post independent India's caste discriminations and the struggles for the equality. After the next immediately after the next topic is the understanding of the Indian political system. Understanding of the Indian political system. What is the understanding of the Indian political system? What is the political system? Why we are talking about the political system? Any importance is there for the political system? Okay, what is the political system? What is the importance of the understanding of the political system? Means the understanding of the political system means the understanding of the political system means this is the very elaborative and the very big topic. Why? Because in this we are going to discuss, in this understanding of the political system we are going to discuss about the from the British rule onwards, from the British rule, East India Company also, we know the East India Company, British rule onwards. What is the East India Company? When the East India Company came to the India, when the East India Company transferred his rules to the British Crown and the British Indian government, British rule, and after that when we are declared the independence, what is the what we are after the declaring of the independence, we are written our the constitution. The constitution is nothing but of the rules and regulations of the country, and in the constitution, in the rules and regulations of the country, what are the rules and regulations of the Indian democratic country, Indian democratic system? What are the rules is there? What are the organizations is there? What is the system we are following? What type of the system we are following? It's the parliamentary form of the government or the presidential form of the government, and all these things we are going to, and in this we are going to discuss about the, and what is the president, what is the prime minister, what is Lok Sabha, what is the what not, from how many parts is there in the Indian constitution? In the Indian constitution we are having the 22 parts, 395 articles and the 12 schedules. Okay, and already in the first class, demo class only, I said I discussed about the, in some books they are having the 444 articles. And first of all we are having the 8 schedules, but it will be become, now it will be having the 12 schedules, now it will become the 12. In the 22 parts, what will be happening, why we will telling it's the parts, articles and the schedules. Okay, in the parts, first of all we are, just a minute. In the parts we are having, we are saying that it is the 22 parts is the there. In the 22 parts also, every part will be discussed about the one item of the Indian constitution, one issue of the Indian system, Indian political system, one issue of the Indian political system. What is the first part of the Indian constitution? The first part of the Indian constitution is deals with the union and the states, from article 1 to 4. The second part of the Indian constitution deals with the citizenship, that is from the 5 to 11, and the third part of the Indian constitution deals with the fundamental rights, that is 12 to 18, and the fourth part of the Indian constitution deals with the directive principles of the state policy, that is the 19 to 51, and 4A part is discussing about the fundamental duties, that is 51A to J, and the fifth part is the central government, and the sixth part is the state government, and the seventh part they are deleted, and the eighth part, like that we are having the 12 parts is there. We are having the, this is the central government is from the 52 to 1 something like that, 1 like that. Okay, like that we are having the every issue we are discussing in the what we are discussing. And what is our topic, amma? What is our topic? Our topic is the India's political system. India's the political system. What is the India's political system? What they are going to discuss in the, why we are telling, that's the India's, N means in the Indian political system. In the Indian political system, what is the Indian political system, Amma? The Indian political system is nothing but of the Indian political system. Okay, just listen carefully, Amma. Indian political system means just you don't think of this, just the political system. What is the political system? The political system of the country. The political system means what we will remember immediately. Political system means what we will remember immediately. The political means we will say it is nothing but of the government. The political system. The politics means what we will say. The politics is the government. What will be there in the government, Amma? Who will be there in the government? Just listen carefully. Indian political system. Our topic is the Indian political system. Okay, the India, what is the political structure? What the country is following the rules and regulation? What's the political structure of the country? The politics means immediately we can say that is the government. What are the three organs of the government, Ma? Three organs of the government is legislature, executive, judiciary. Okay, and don't think of already the democratic, how the legislatures will be elected and all the things in the democratic form of the government, how the government will be, everything we will over. Now, what is the actual political system of the country? What is the, now we are going to discuss what is the, just understand it what I am telling them. Just what is the political system of the country? What the happening in the, how the government is ruling the people. Okay, how the, through which process, which organization, or the, we will call it, maybe it's the organization or the institution, or how the, through which process, through which the government is ruling, implementing the rules and regulations, or the government is ruling the people. The government is ruling the people. The government is also directly he cannot do. What is the government? We said the government is nothing but of the legislatures, executives and the judiciary. What the legislatures will do, we know already, you know, the legislatures will make the laws, the executives will implement the laws, and the judiciary will be check the laws. Okay, the judiciary will be check. Means the government, in this government, not on, in the government means not only the one person. Government is not only the one person. It is the work, what we will call, it is the, together they have to work. Together they have to, alone the government is not one, it is the unity. The government is not the one. They cannot work, and only the legislature cannot rule the state. Only the legislatures cannot rule the state along with the executives. Once, why? Because the legislatures are the making of the laws, they will make the laws, and the executives will be implement the laws also. Implement the, how they are divided, this one, how they are, only the legislatures can do all these things now. Only the legislatures can do all this. But why? Because the India is the most populated country. The India is the most populated country. In the, how many states we are having, Amma? How many states we are having? In the 29 states also we are having. How we are ruling? How we are, why? Because after the bifurcation of the states, and first of all we are having only the 13 states is there, and after the, immediately when the constitution came into the existence 1954, in 1952 we are having the first election of the first election in India. In the first elections we are having only the 13 states. Now we are having the 29 states. Now we are having the 29 states also. In the, and how the only the Rajya Sabha, only the parliament can rule the state. Only the parliament can rule all over the country. India is the very more populated country. Second, now we are going to the first position in the population also. Now up to now we are in the second position only. China is the first place, we are having the second place. In the most populated country, only the prime minister or the president, okay, only the prime minister or the president, they cannot, alone they cannot rule the state. Together they have to do, along with the other institutions, along with the other organizations, they all are together and they have to do the service to the people. What the people will be needed, it is the responsibility of the government. Okay, it is the responsibility of the government. They look after, the government has to look after all the needs, and the government is promised to the people. Why the government is promised to the people, amma? The people are elected the legislature for a period of the 5 years or the tenure, for the period of the tenure. The government promised the people, we will look after your welfare, we will take care of yourself. Being of all these things, who has to take care of all these things? Only the why? Because every time, every people, they cannot, okay, we have to do this one, we have to gather the food, we have to go for the hunting and all, they cannot see. For them, they are doing our work only. Protection of the country. We are very peacefully, we are living here today, means the soldiers are doing, protecting from us, from the other countries. The soldiers are protecting the country. Okay, who is giving the employment for the soldiers, amma? Who is hiring the soldiers? The government is hiring the soldiers. And like that we are, what the government will do, amma? What the political system will be do, how we have, what is the government, how they have to give the welfare. They have to, first of all, the government has to look after the welfare needs and necessities of the people. Food, shelter and the clothing. After that, they have to give the security. Today we are sleep very happily. Why? Because we won't fear of anything. Why? Because they are from other countries. We all are, our India is surrounded by the so many countries. Nepal, Pakistan, China, okay, Bangladesh, okay, Sri Lanka. And one side we are having the sea. In the sea also we are having the terrorists there. Okay, like that it is the surrounded, and we have to get the protect from the other country. Otherwise, simply they will occupy us. What will be happening now? The Russia and the Ukraine. The Russia is trying to occupy the Ukraine. Because of the support of the remaining all the big countries, the Russia will be came down. Okay, almost all the Ukraine completely it will be smashed. But again they have to start with the help of the other countries. And in this political system, who has to do, for whom we are giving the power? Ourselves. People are telling them, yes, you have to, it's your responsibility, it's the government responsibility. They have to take care of us, they have to give the security for us, for that reason only. Anything will be happen, we are having the right to directly go to the police station and we will give the complaint. Why? Because we are paying. For whom, amma? We are paying the legislatures, executives and the judiciary also, through that, in the name of the taxes. We are paying the salaries. We know how much the salary of the legislature, and how much he is having the more than the salary, he is having the more allowances. MPs and MLAs also, they will give the free quarters after the once they will be elected as the MP or MLA, lifelong up to his death he will get the pension also. He will get the pension also. Like this, all these things, who are paying? The people are paying. In the name of the taxes, we are paying, we are giving the revenue to the government. They are paying the salaries. Means we are, the people are having the right. The people are having the right. Means in this government, the legislature. What is the legislature? Where we are having the, who will make the laws, and where we are having the making of the laws? Where we are making of the laws? In the center level, we will make the laws in the parliament. Central of the union, we will call it the union only. What is the parliament? Parliament is nothing but of the Lok Sabha, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha and the President. Just observe this one. In the Parliament, who will be there? In the Parliament, all these members are, all the Parliament members are elected directly or indirectly by the people only. All the Parliament members are directly, and here in the Rajya Sabha we are having the 12 nominated members. All these members are directly or indirectly elected by the people only. Directly or indirectly elected by the people only, except the 12 now. Even the President of India also, directly elected by the people only through the electoral college. The MPs and MLAs and the local, all the members, they will give the vote and they will elect the president. They will elect the president. Who will be there in the Lok Sabha? All the Lok Sabha members are elected by the people only. All the Lok Sabha, and 2 are the Anglo-Indians. They are from the Anglo-Indian company, and now we are having the 554 seats. Okay, all these members are directly elected by the people only. Their tenure is only the 5 years. In this 5 years also, and just listen, this is the structure of the Parliament. Next we will, afterwards we will explain all these things. Okay, and what is the structure of the assembly, Amma? Every state is having the assembly. Which we will call the council. Governor is the head of the state. There the president is the head of the country, and all the states are having the assembly, but only the 7 states are having the councils. Means big states only having the council, remaining states are not having the councils, and these 2 things are compulsory. For every state, these 2, and the assembly and the governor is there for the, means if the assembly is at where level, Amma? State level. The parliament is at the central level. And grassroots level, panchayats, or we will call the local self-government. In the panchayatis, ZPTCs, MPTCs, collectors and wait. local self-government. In this we are having the panchayats and municipalities. Panchayat municipalities at the urban and the panchayats is at the rural. Okay, and all these things, all the means union, state, local self government, means all these things, and mean the country will be, our country is divided into the three structures. Our country is divided into the three, and it will be not, we can say it is not the division, three levels we are having the ruling, it's not the, and the three levels we are having the rule. Why we are having the three levels, Amma? Why we are having the three levels of the administrations? At the union level, at the central level we are, and it is at the state level, it is at the why they are divided, why they are gone for the division of the ruling of the at the three stages, union level, state level and the local self government. Why? Because why it's we will call the division of powers. Division of powers between the center and the state. Why we are going for the division of powers between? Here we are having the union list, state list, concurrent list is also there, concurrent list also, and why they are going for the division of powers between the center and, because the administrate means every policy should be, every welfare program should be receive the last person of the country also, receives the last person of the country, because of only of this region. Because of only of this region they are going for the division of the union level, state level and the local self government. First of all we are not having the local self government, first of all we are having the panchayatis. For 9th part of the Indian constitution we are discussing about the panchayati, and after 73rd and 74th constitutional means the first of all they are not giving the more importance to the panchayati. By the 73rd and 74th constitutional amendment we are having the municipalities also, they are given the more powers to the panchayatis also, panchayatis and the municipalities, that we will call the panchayatis and the municipalities also. Means the panchayatis is at the, already I said the panchayatis is at the village level and the municipalities is at the cities also, urban level. Why they are doing, means everyone should be beneficiary, every individual, every human being should be beneficiary, no one should be discriminated, no one should be discriminated on the eyes of the government. They should, every individual has to take all the policies, receive all the eligible candidates, all eligible candidates should be take all the policies also, That's the reason we are telling, it's the structure of the political system means, the political system means here how union level we are having the parliament, in the parliament we are having the prime minister and the council of ministers and the president is there, okay, and the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, okay, this all, and the Supreme Court, all the things we are at the union level only. First of all, just you get the idea, amma, why we are going for the division of the, why we are having the parliamentary form of the government, the presidential form of the, what is the difference between the parliamentary form of the government and the presidential form of the government? In the parliamentary form of the government, the people are elected their representatives, the people are elected their representatives, and they are sending to the parliament. And the presidential form of the government, only the president will be ruled, all the administrative powers is under the control of the president only. For example, America, all the financial powers is only with the president, all the financial in the parliamentary form of the government, the financial powers is deals with the parliament, prime minister. Okay, like that, this we are having the, in this topic we are discussing about the understanding of the Indian political system from the union to the last stage, also local self government also we are discussed, not only the this one and that, everyone we will discuss. What is the prime minister, what is the president, what is the council of minister, what is the states, and what is the union territories, what is the unity territory, everything we are going to discuss, everything we are going to discuss in this. That's only the British political history. In the British political history, the colony of the Great Britain and came under the British rule in the 1958. That what we are going to discuss. Just I will show you the slide wise one by one. Okay, and just observe, Amma. British political system and president, vice president, and the council of ministers. In this, what is the tenure, what's the president will do, what are the duties of the president, what are the duties of the vice president, okay, what are the duties of the council of ministers, what they are doing for the people, what is their tenure, what is their qualifications, okay, what is their qualification, everything we are discussed in this, the council of ministers. Just write one by one. Indian political system means the, first of all, where we are having this president, vice president, and the council of ministers we are having at the union, and next, the prime minister versus the president, and at the Lok Sabha, who is the prime minister, and means why we will call the prime minister and the president, mean the prime minister is the nominal executive and the president is the real executive. You know the meaning of the executive, ma? Just I will explain that one also.
తెలంగాణ పోటీ పరీక్షల్లో ప్రభంజనం సృష్టిస్తూ స్టేట్ నెంబర్ 1 గా రాణిస్తున్న S&S పబ్లికేషన్స్.
తెలంగాణ గురుకుల 100% ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులను స్టేట్ నెంబర్ 1 ఫ్యాకల్టీచే అందిస్తున్న కోర్సులు.
గురుకుల తెలుగు కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్,
గురుకుల మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్,
గురుకుల ఇంగ్లీష్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్,
గురుకుల సోషల్ స్టడీస్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్,
గురుకుల ఫిజికల్ సైన్స్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్,
గురుకుల బయోలాజికల్ సైన్స్ కంటెంట్ అండ్ మెథడ్స్.
పేపర్ 1 జనరల్ స్టడీస్, పేపర్ 2 పెడగాజీ, పేపర్ 3 కంటెంట్ తో 100% సిలబస్ ను పూర్తి చేసి ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసులను అందిస్తున్న ఏకైక సంస్థ.
మీ ఉద్యోగ సాధనలో మీకు తోడుగా మీ S&S పబ్లికేషన్స్.
ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసుల కొరకు S పబ్లికేషన్ యాప్ ని డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి.
మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి 80705577 and 9032064822.